Welcome back to another Hard Knocks podcast covering the hard mode league known as Hard Knock. Free agency is still going strong. There's a lot of talent still out there to be had.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's prime time for those teams who, maybe missed out on some of their top targets to really make some moves and, bolster their rosters.
It's like a second chance.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that second wave where you can find some real hidden gems.
So we've got the top 10 free agents right here. We're going to take a look at them and kind of analyze, who they are, what their attributes are, and where they might fit.
Absolutely. And, especially in Hard Knocks, you got to remember, it's not just about talent.
Right.
It's about the fit, right? The culture, the chemistry, all that comes into play.
Yeah, because Hard Knocks is all about that culture.
Exactly.
So let's start at the top of this list, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Kind of lead the way here and tell me what you see.
Sounds good.
So we got at the top of the list, Marcus Hewitt.
All right. Marcus Hewitt, quarterback, 6 years pro, energetic culture.
Yep.
Salary at $3.1 million.
Not cheap.
No, not cheap at all.
Yeah.
So that's a big investment right there for a quarterback who's, shown some flashes, but hasn't necessarily been a consistent top performer.
Yeah. And then next up, we've got Edmund Stewart at tackle, 13 years in the league.
Wow, 13 years. That's a veteran presence right there.
Yeah.
Strategic culture and also coming in at a hefty $3.1 million.
So two big names at the top with big salaries.
Yeah, you got to wonder if those salaries are going to be a deterrent for some teams or if someone's going to be willing to take that plunge.
Then the third one on the list here is Phil McCreary.
Okay, outside linebacker, 16 years.
16 years.
Energetic culture and a salary of 2.2.
So that's a lot of experience there in the league.
Yeah, he's seen it all, done it all at this point. So you're getting that veteran leadership, that knowledge of the game.
Yeah.
But the question is, does he still have the legs?
Right.
Does he still have what it takes to compete at a high level?
At 16 years,
Father Time's undefeated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
So that's our top three in terms of salary.
Yeah.
But now let's get into some players who I think are a little bit more interesting.
Okay, I like it.
So first up is Josh Cole.
All right, Josh Cole, safety, 3 years in the league, 25 years old. So still young, lots of potential there. Aggressive culture.
Yep.
And a very reasonable $0.9 million salary.
Yeah. So that seems like a steal to me. A young safety, very talented, aggressive.
Yeah, he could be a real difference maker for a team that needs a spark on defense.
Next up, we have Rod Baptiste.
Okay, Rod Baptiste, defensive tackle, 16 years, strategic culture, and a $0.7 million salary.
Yeah, so that's interesting. 16 years in the league, but not a huge salary.
Yeah. He's probably more towards the end of his career, but you know what you're getting with Rod. You're getting that consistency, that reliability. He's not going to be the flashiest player, but he's going to get the job done.
Yeah, he's going to be that anchor on that defensive line.
Exactly.
Then the last one in our top three here is Michael Cummings.
Okay. Michael Cummings, safety, 14 years, professional culture, salary of $0.6 million.
Another veteran presence in that set.
Absolutely. A guy who's seen it all, done it all. And that professional culture, he's going to be a great leader in the locker room.
Yeah.
A positive influence on those younger players.
Yeah. So that's our top three our
top three potential impact players.
Potential impact players. There we go. I like that. So when you look at those three, who really jumps out at you?
I got to say, Josh Cole intrigues me the most, I think.
Yeah.
Just because of that combination of youth, talent, and that aggressive style of play, I think he could really be a game changer for a team that needs a spark.
Yeah. So where do you see these guys fitting in?
Well, I think Josh Cole would be a perfect fit for a team like the Pittsburgh Demons.
Okay.
They're in a bit of a rebuilding phase. They need some young talent, and they've got the salary cap space to make it happen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what about Rod Baptiste? Where do you see him fitting in with that strategic culture?
I think a team like the Washington Bandits would be a great fit.
Oh.
They're known for their disciplined defense, their attention to detail.
Yeah.
And Rod would thrive in that kind of environment.
And Michael Cummings, he seems like he could fit in almost anywhere with that professional culture.
He could. But, I'm thinking a team like the Green Bay Wolverines would be particularly interested. They're a team that's built on a strong culture. They've got a win-now mentality.
Yeah.
They've got very limited cap space, so they need to be smart with their signings.
Right.
And Michael could come in and provide that veteran leadership and stability in their secondary.
Yeah, that would be a huge pickup for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So those are our top three potential impact players. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
We got a whole bunch more to talk about, but we're going to take a quick break and come back to that.
Sounds good. All right, so we've still got a bunch more free agents to go through here.
Yeah, we're not done yet. There's still some potential gems in here.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what they say? One team's trash is another team's treasure.
Uh-huh. Exactly. So let's dive back into this list. Who's next?
All right, well, we've got Rasheed Davis, safety, 7 years in the league, strategic culture, and a salary of $0.9 million.
Okay, so another veteran presence in the secondary.
Yeah, and this is a guy who's been consistently good throughout his career.
Yeah, I mean, looking at his stats, he's always up there in tackles, interceptions, you name it.
Right, and that strategic culture tells you he's not just relying on athleticism, he's a smart player who understands the game.
Yeah, he's thinking ahead, anticipating what the offense is going to do.
Exactly. He'd be a fantastic addition to any team looking for a reliable safety.
Okay, now this next one's interesting. Sam Childs.
Okay, Sam Childs, safety, 8 years in the league, also strategic culture.
Yeah.
But a surprisingly high salary of $2.1 million.
Yeah, that's a bit of a head scratcher. Why so high?
Well, he had a couple of absolutely stellar seasons earlier in his career.
Oh, okay.
Which probably inflated his value. But here's the thing. Even if he's not putting up those eye-popping numbers anymore,
yeah,
he's known for his consistency.
So he's not going to be the guy who wins you the game single-handedly.
Right.
But he's not going to lose it for you either.
Exactly. He's that solid, dependable player you can always count on.
Okay, makes sense. Now let's talk about Henry Edwards.
All right, Henry Edwards, kicker, 6 years of experience, energetic culture, and a salary of $0.5 million.
You know, kickers often get overlooked.
Yeah, they're like the unsung heroes, right?
Yeah.
But they can be the difference between winning and losing, especially in those close games.
Absolutely. A missed field goal can be heartbreaking.
Oh, yeah. And Henry, he's got a good track record. He's consistent, he's accurate, doesn't seem to rattle under pressure.
I'm looking at some of these teams, and I'm thinking the Minnesota Polar Bears could really use an upgrade, a kicker.
Oh, you're right. They've been struggling in that department. And Henry's energetic culture might be just what they need.
Yeah, inject some life into that special teams unit.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about some of the more established players.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about a few of the guys who might be flying under the radar.
I like it. Let's unearth some hidden gems.
Exactly. So who are you keeping your eye on?
You know, I've been intrigued by KJ Weber, cornerback. 6 years of experience, professional culture, salary of $0.6 million. He's not a superstar, but he's quietly put together a very solid career.
Yeah, and that professional culture is gold. You know, there's going to be a positive influence on and off the field.
Exactly. I'm thinking a team like the Carolina Raptors could be a good fit.
Okay.
They're looking to improve their defense. They've got some cap space. And KJ could provide that consistency and reliability they need.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, another player who caught my eye is Trevor Smith.
All right, Trevor Smith, tackle, 5 years of experience, strategic culture, salary of $0.7 million.
And you know, good tackles are hard to find.
Oh, yeah, they're like gold.
Yeah.
Trevor's got the potential to be a dominant player, but he needs the right environment to truly flourish.
Yeah. He needs a team that can develop his skills.
Exactly. I'm thinking a team like the Chicago Berserkers.
Okay.
They're known for their strong offensive line play. They've got a great coaching staff.
Yeah.
They could really help him reach his full potential.
Okay, so we've talked about a lot of players here, and it's clear there's a lot of talent available in this free agent pool.
Oh, yeah. There's some real difference makers out there.
But before we wrap up, let's circle back to those players with those really high salaries.
Okay, the big money guys.
We talk about Marcus Hewitt and Edmund Stewart at the top, but there's also Jawan Buckley, quarterback, $2.7 million salary.
Yeah.
And Bobby Black, also quarterback, $2 million.
Those are some hefty price tags for quarterbacks who haven't exactly set the world on fire.
Right, so the question is, are they worth the risk?
It all comes down to a team's needs and their willingness to gamble.
Exactly. A team like the Houston Coyotes, they're under new management. They might be willing to take a chance on a guy like Jawan Buckley.
I could see that. They're looking to make a splash.
Yeah.
But a team like the Green Bay Wolverines, with their limited cap space, they're probably going to be a lot more cautious.
Yeah. They can't afford to make a mistake.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance between potential and affordability.
And that's what makes free agency so exciting.
Oh, yeah. You never know what's going to happen. It's a roller coaster ride.
All right, so we've dissected this free agent class pretty thoroughly. I mean, there's a lot of talent out there.
A lot of talent. A lot of potential moves that could really shake up the league.
Yeah, so let's kind of zoom out now and look at the big picture. What are the moves, the potential signings that you think could be real game changers?
For me, it always comes back to those young guys with that raw talent, that drive, that hunger. You look at a guy like Josh Cole, his aggressive style of play, his playmaking ability, that could be a game changer for a team that's looking to really bolster their defense.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yep.
And then on the flip side, you've got those seasoned veterans like Rod Baptiste and Michael Cummings.
Absolutely.
I mean, their experience, their leadership,
Mm-hmm.
that could be invaluable, especially for a team that's, maybe a piece or two away from a championship run.
Yeah, they bring that stability, that consistency that you just can't teach.
Right, exactly. So for those of you listening out there, think about this. These free agent signings, they don't happen in a vacuum.
Right.
They have a ripple effect across the entire league.
Oh, absolutely. They influence trades, draft strategies. I mean, everything is
It's
connected.
like a chain reaction, right?
Right.
One move can set off a whole cascade of events.
Exactly. And that's what makes it all so fascinating to watch. It's a constant game of adaptation, of strategy.
Yeah. Well, folks, there you have it. We've explored the top 10 remaining free agents, analyzed their potential impact, and I think it's safe to say we're all pretty excited to see how these next few weeks play out.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a wild ride.
So make sure you stay tuned, keep your eyes on the transactions,
Absolutely.
and be sure to hit that subscribe button to know when future podcasts drop.